Good day, everyone. I am Bishop Dr. Tala, the promoter for the Institute for Training in Entrepreneurship and Development. This institution was created following the burden to impact our society in terms of alleviating poverty and improving on the living condition of our people. Research has proven or has shown, statistics shows that 90% of the Cameroonian labor force is trapped in the informal sector. Usually when we read these statistics, we read but we don't understand. What this actually means is that 90% of the Cameroonian population is trapped in poverty. That is to say, with very little possibility to ever coming out. Trapped. So that is a serious problem. So this is something we set out to resolve by setting up this institution. The vision of Ited, or the Institute for Training in Entrepreneurship and Development, is to reduce that number by 3/4 in the next 30 years. So we have set up a strategy to make sure that in the next 30 years, 3/4 of the Cameroonian population is made up of people that have a comfortable and acceptable standard of living with a secured financial future. Now, this vision came about based on the burden that we had, and we decided to do something about it because it is one thing to see a problem, and it's another thing to take measures on how to resolve it. Now, we took measures because we genuinely believe that where we have a challenge, it is an opportunity for adequate solutions that can not only solve the problem, but create a culture which can, with time, develop into a trend or a particular way which a particular society functions. So we are not just solving that problem, but we are also setting up a precedent for many to follow. Now, we went on to conduct a couple of research. First, we wanted to understand what the needs of these youth in the informal sector were. Number two, we wanted to understand the decision-making process because we kept asking ourselves, now, these are very hardworking people. Every day they work, they struggle, they leave the house, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, they are still at the same place. You see some people, they started a small shop maybe 20 years ago, and up to today, they are still with that small shop. There is a problem. Or some, they have been riding on bike for the past 5 years, and they don't even see any possibility of ever dropping that motor taxi business and getting to something bigger. In fact, they are trapped there. It means there is a problem. Because stagnation is an indication that something is wrong somewhere. So we also wanted to find out what could be done to make sure that those that are trapped can take off, and those that are taking off may not fall back. So that is how we came together with the idea to put together business courses that could help everyone to gravitate from a poor to a rich person. Now, this is the cash flow quadrant, which is developed by a very rich man whose name is Robert Kiyosaki, who has decided to also address this issue of poverty. Now, he here makes it very clear that poverty and wealth is not as a result of being fortunate or being unfortunate. No. To be poor, there are certain things you have to do to remain poor. And to be rich, there are certain things you have to do in order to become rich. Now, on this quadrant, you see on the one side, labeled poor people. Now, on this side, you have employees. That is, people who spend their entire life being comfortable with having a job. Working for someone else. You can never be rich. You will consistently be poor. or those who have succeeded to create their own job. You know, let's say, for example, you started by, let me take the most common example around us. You started by being a bicycle rider, you were riding for someone. Then eventually you bought your own motorbike, and that's it. You remain there until you die. The only thing that comes in your mind is, let me struggle with this, my bike, maybe build my house, buy my land, and stay there and grow my family. That's all. You are poor for life. And the fault is not that of the government, it's not that of the society, it's not that of the community. It's because you lack knowledge. That's why God Almighty said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So this quadrant has two sides. So if you have moved, if you are working as an employee, you need to start thinking on how to move over to this other side. Because that is where rich people are. That's how they think. They think on how to build a system that can work for them. A system that works for you is a business. The difference between being self-employed and owning a business is that a business is a system. But whereas being self-employed simply means you guarantee your daily work, your daily income. You are surviving. That's what poor people do, they survive. But rich people, they create money, they create wealth. And when you build a business, and the business grows and become a household name, eventually from that business then you can diversify by creating sources of passive income, becoming an investor, so that you can give yourself the chance to retire. So this is how wealth is being built. So this institution is put up in order to guide us into this particular system. So what we offer is not unique per se, but it is tailored to give our learners the wealth creation and wealth management skills and capacities. And these capacities are greatly lacking in the conventional educational model. We adopted a market-based education approach. So success to Ited is not measured and will not be measured by how many students we get. No, but by how many millionaires we create in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. So you can choose to study with us or choose to study with any other institution, but don't make the error of not developing yourself. Because what will move you from an employee to a business owner, or from a self-employed to a business owner, is not luck, it's knowledge. You must understand how business is built, how business works, how money is built, how money works, how you can leverage debt and transform it into capital, how you can work with the banks. Because many people, they will tell you, oh, there is no money. No, there is so much money in the banks. But the problem is, do you have the skills that can convince the banks to give you their money? So that is what comes with the whole package which we have put together for Ited. So success has nothing to do with luck. You create your own success and you create your own future. So thank you very much for taking your time. So welcome to Ited. We are waiting for you. We are situated behind former FIFA at Gardens, just beside the Limbe River. If you are coming up towards from Community Field, you will see our signboard there. So please come and learn more about what we are doing to revolutionize the economy and transform the lives of our fellow Cameroonians. God bless you.